the companies are not looking at their ideas, but they have an idea they can take out and go into business themselves. I've had so many of them talk about that in the job they're doing, they learn ways perhaps that they can do it better.
That's right. That's right. And in addition to that, those that are maybe lesser so in that aspect, they are not sitting idle either. They're exploring franchise opportunities, and so we're trying to adjust our seminar schedules to the needs of these individuals that are coming into this new area of being unemployed and exploring new opportunities. And so that feedback from them helps us to customize specialized workshops, seminars, and even professional development training for our own staff, so that we can accommodate them in the fullest way.
Well, in the seminars that you have, seem to cause the small business people to come together and learn from each other a great deal.
Yes, there is an awful lot of that, and of which we try to act as a catalyst in there when they're networking with some of those. I know that SMU locally holds a quarterly breakfast forum, and it's called the Southwest Venture Forum, and it's usually venture capitalists, business investors, bankers that are looking for opportunities at that place, and there's a tremendous amount of networking that goes on there. And then as well as we try to make available to the individual community what type of grants are available for individuals, because again, when we talk about some of these high-tech individuals that are being downsized, certainly they sometimes qualify, and so when I say grant opportunities, sometimes people cringe because their first thought is to see this Matthew Lesko guy with a question marks on his coat and bragging about all these grants. Well, these grants that the only person that's making any money there is Matthew Lesko, and because we've found many times when people buy these books, they're referring them to the small business development centers, which do not have this type of grants. But there is a program through the SBA, and it's called SBIR, which I know you're familiar with, and it's Small Business Innovation Research. And the legislation, it's been in place since, I think, approximately 1983, that any federal agency with a R&D budget in excess of $200 million has to set 3 to 5% of that aside for the small business community. And so there's 11 agencies right now that participate in that, and each year during a 3-month window, they put out a solicitation notice of research that they're looking for, and it's in a 3-phase process. And phase 1 is part of a feasibility stage where if you feel that you have a expertise in this topic, you can get up to $150,000 for 6 months to do a feasibility study. If you're advanced to phase 2, you can get up to $1 million for 2 years to develop a prototype. And then phase 3 is commercialization, which no cash is transferred, but you would have commercial rights and intellectual property rights to that. And so we do a number of workshops. In fact, you opened one of our workshops 2 years ago via video conference, and of which we're very proud to make available to the individuals in our geographic area.
Well, I've been approached a number of times by small businesses, people who want to go into small business tell me, I want you to tell me where I can get a grant. I want to go into small business.
Yes.
And I don't know the answer to that question. I didn't know there were grants to go into business.
Yes, that's the sad thing, that many people think that in our offices and in the SBA offices that we have SAFE or something there with that we can hand those out, and unfortunately we can't. But the government, through the starting a small business, certainly I think it's a wonderful service in itself. Just that the SBA, their loan programs, in some of the 7A and express loan programs will guarantee 80% of the loan, and that's a wonderful aspect for anyone exploring a new business opportunity when all of your available capital has to be focused initially those first few years on the business itself, and you can't afford some of the luxuries that other larger companies can do.
Well, in times like these, small businesses that are functioning don't lay off a lot of people unless it's like the Wall Street collapse where they don't have available funds. And I guess that is their biggest challenge right now.
Yes, Congresswoman, it certainly is, and the Dallas County Community College is doing a wonderful job in holding workshops for the unemployed at our location several times a year. Chancellor Wright Lassiter has been very hands-on in that effort, and has been very concerned about the success of it and the continuation of our efforts in that area. And in fact, we had a session here 2-3 weeks ago, and which there was almost 1,000 people that attended, and so the people are out there. They are hungry for those opportunities, and we're trying to facilitate that as best we can with the funds that we have available.
Sure. Now, what is the greatest challenge right now for going into a small business? Someone, for example, has been laid off where they are, and they have an idea about what they can do in a business of their own. What is their greatest challenge?
Certainly, the greatest challenge right now is the capital itself. Getting launched. If they don't have a reserve build up, disposable income that they can focus towards that to carry them for the first 6 to 12 months, then they can have some problems. And we try to facilitate that as much as we can, because when they do start that business, every small business needs customers, and so we have a number of databases where we can generate lists of potential customers based on their information we gather from them on developing a profile of their ideal customer. Then we can go into database and mine targeted businesses that have the highest potential of doing business with them, whether it be in the Dallas area or throughout the United States. And then we also show these businesses that even existing businesses, many sometimes aren't aware of, is that there's government contracting opportunities, and so we show them how to qualify for government contracting, and then we also have a dedicated service for international trade. If there's a potential for international trade, we have counselors and a seminar program to get them qualified and acclimated to that environment.